connecting to a cloud server. It is all set. We are here at 2 o'clock and with Dr. Ocampo, and we will enjoy understanding a little bit more about some motivation. So Merissa, the program is all yours.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. And I'm going to share with you my part of my research now. So it is not yet finished. And so this research about revitalizing students' motivation through gratitude intervention. And in preparation, I actually prepared a video, I mean, my video, so of this presentation, and I would like to share with you and it's it. Can you see?
Just to confirm, yes, I can see the video.
How about the sound?
Sound not yet.
And where we start? Resume. It's not, I'm so sorry. Uh-oh. It's not playing, or maybe. Okay, so I'm so sorry. I'll just, what is happening in here? Where is the start? Ah, there. Okay. Now it's fine.
We can't hear the audio though.
During the time period of the project. This work on gratitude is a part of broader work on positive psychology in language education, including the development of a themed narrative storybook. Okay, so maybe it's not working. It's not working, so I will stop it then.
It has, yeah, it started to try. If you really want to give it a second try, I think we're okay with giving a second go around. But if you also, it's your show, Dr. Ocampo. So if you want to.
Okay, so I will start again. So maybe we'll just do not the video now. So wait a minute. So please give me one more minute to okay, so sorry. Okay, so sorry for the interruption. And yeah, so my research is about revitalizing students' motivation through gratitude intervention. So the overview of this research is actually reports on how a gratitude-centered intervention helped to raise students' motivation to study English between 2019 and 2020 amidst a climate of global uncertainty brought about by the COVID pandemic now. And the research involved ongoing observation of weekly basic English communication classes with a total of 80 students participating during the time period of the project. project. And this work on gratitude is a part of broader work on positive psychology in language education. So including the development of themed narrative mini books, which I am going to share with you later, because we finished 3 storybooks related to positive psychology. And then in the current study, gratitude-centered concepts were first introduced in lecture style with supportive multimedia examples. And then later, students engaged in gratitude activities such as co-constructing a gratitude boxes, gratitude bins now, and the gratitude journal and the story writing. And written questionnaires were also given to students towards the end of each 15-week semester. And throughout the project, motivation, attendance, attentiveness, the gratitude, and being aware of small things of the students were seen to increase. And this situation, how to be happy now. So this is really a big question to everyone, how to be happy and grateful when life is full of challenges, especially in the pandemic situation. So of course, COVID is obviously impacting people's lives, health, family, loved ones, politics, and even the economy in a global scale. And you see, though vaccine is soon to be available for everyone, it is still scary to think that it is going to be with us for a while. So meaning that avoiding the 3 C's, which is actually a campaign around the world from WHO, and then also in South Korea, you have these 4 T's to adopt during COVID-19 still now. So we are still present in this kind of system. And the effect of COVID is quite alarming because of the increase of physical, emotional, and psychological health-related problems. And that is why, so this study aimed to know and help students to be motivated in learning second language, and that is the English now. So amidst of this global uncertainty brought by the pandemic. And however, whatever problems we're going through, they're nothing compares to the good things around us, right? So we have to be grateful. That is what I'm always telling to my students, that we have to be thankful and grateful about good and bad things in our lives. But how? So this is actually one of the techniques that and ideas that I shared with my students, that these 4 guides now. So in order for them to at least accept the reality of the present situation. So first is, of course, be grateful and thankful now. And I told them these great formulas for life is this now. So the 5Q, so this is one of the formulas. The 5Q plus 5Q is 10Q, right? So I told them to keep on telling this now. So 5Q plus 5Q is 10Q, 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 10Q. And it sounds similar to thank you, right? So thank you now. And then one of my students shared this one. Now, so this is not my original one. And I found it amazing now. So because I teach in Japan, so Ari, no, so ant is Ari in Japanese. And then the multiplication sign is ga, so now, and then 10 is actually to. That is they're using it in counting big animals now. So one of the students shared this, sensei now. So sensei is a teacher. So I would like to share with you this Japanese style, or maybe my style of saying thank you now. So ari ga to now, and I was so surprised now. So when she shared about this thing, arigato, and this is also a great thing to teach language now. So yeah, so I told them to say thank you, 10Q, 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 and arigato now. So and times 10, and times 10 is thank you. Yeah, so and then notice good things in life. So notice good things in life, and I actually encourage them to see the positive side of what we have right now, and even how negative the things are around them. So they have to look at the negative, the positive side of it. No, so even it is difficult to have this direct contact or face-to-face contact with their friends or even family, then they have to consider the positive side of it now, and then also be joyful. So everybody should enjoy its moment in life now. So and how to show that you are enjoying the present life is to at least show a smile. So I always tell them to give a smile to other people, and before giving that, they have to give smile to themselves first. Every day, I told them that when they wake up, so and check their faces on I mean in the mirror, so they have to give a smile now. So give a smile to themselves. Okay, so give a smile to them, to themselves first, and then after that share that smile with others. Yep. And then I last is be simple. So maybe some other people are still a bit proud of something they have, but I kept on telling them that they have to be simple, and then they have to take the road of humility, and you will have peace now in your heart. So another thing, so I'm so sorry, I forgot to share with you that the things that we have to be thankful at now. So I kept telling this with my students that they have to be thankful, because we sometimes forget this. So I used not to say thank you to, up above when I wake up in the morning. So the first thing that we have to be thankful is, of course, our life now, that we are still alive now. So and then they were surprised when I told them that you have to be thankful that you are alive. Not so that you are alive. So and then I told them, okay, so say thank you. Say thank you to yourself now. Say thank you that you are alive now. So that thing. So students really, really amazed with that. And then they started, and then after 1 week now, so I encouraged them and challenged them actually to try this kind of activity, to thank themselves that they are still alive now. And then they did that now. So I don't know if some of you also do the same thing though. So why don't we say, thank you, I'm still alive now. So it's just only 1 second. Are you thankful that you are alive now? So maybe some of you always do that, but and probably some are not now, because I used not to. And then but nowadays I always thank uh, somebody, or I mean, the God or somebody up above me, that I'm still alive now. So thank you. When I wake up, when I wake up and open my eyes, so oh, thank you, I'm alive. Okay, so only for 1 minute, 1 second. Why don't we say together, thank you, I'm alive, by touching your chest and feel the the heartbeat. Now, ready, go, start. Thank you.
Thank you, I'm alive.
Thank you,
Thank
I'm
you. I am
alive.
alive.
Thank
Yeah,
you, I'm
thank you.
alive.
I'm alive. And then of course, be thankful, as I've said. Um, why don't we show that we are thankful that the person sitting next to us, maybe, I don't know if you were alone in your room, or maybe um, something that is available around you. Why don't you say thank you to your pet now? So thank you, you are alive now. So thank you, you are alive. Or maybe I can now tell to everybody who are listening right now, thank you for listening. Thank you that you are alive now. So thank you, you are alive. Okay. So why don't we say that to somebody? Okay. So only for 1 second. Let's do it. Ready? Start. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You are
Alive.
alive. Yes. Okay, so the power now. So thank you so much for that. 1 second for saying thank you to somebody who is sitting next to you. Thank you for that. I mean, you just show your aware, yeah, that you are aware that they are sitting beside you now, around you. So the power of gratitude. is perfectly suited in these uncertain global conditions due to pandemic, right? And there are many researchers recently and doing about the positive psychology because um, incorporating lectures about positive psychology actually helps students, not only students, but teachers also, to be motivated in learning and in teaching. And there are many, I mean, definitions of gratitudes. And some researchers, they say that the gratitude is a feeling people experience when they receive a gift or benefit from another person, or gratitude is an attitude of appreciating life as a gift itself. That's why we have to really we have to be I mean, we have to appreciate that we are alive, as I've said. And then another is gratitude also is now yeah, so he actually shared about this three moral affect, and maybe I will show you to that next time. And gratitude also is consists of a sense of joyful joy and peaceful bliss in response to the good deed done by somebody. And yeah, so that's why I started pushing this positive psychology intervention in my class because I realized that these students really need this kind of um, I mean, effective support. And so 80 undergraduate students participated in this study, and gratitude-centered concepts were first introduced in the lecture style with supportive multimedia examples. And then, as I've said, I mentioned a while ago that I asked them to do this kind of activities, this gratitude box, gratitude journal, and these are the gratitude bins of the students. If you will see this one, so this is actually a big container full of bins and boxes of the students, and then they write everything. And some of the students are very artistic, so origami. So origami they also did really great, fantastic. And then also other one of the students actually shared their gratefulness in this kind of puzzle. So she said that she chose this puzzle to show that her life itself is a puzzle, and then when she connects all these grateful things in her life, it becomes full now. So one whole piece of life. So and then so this is actually the result of the thing in the of the these small pieces in their boxes in the bins. And yeah, I would like to share with you this because I found it very good now, and how students are really great in thinking how to present their own feelings. And you see maybe, and this is one so this is one of the thing that I love because this message, my mother helped me fold origami. So I was touched by this because this is the only one person, because I read all this now. So I read all this, and this is the only thing that I found wonderful, because the mother, her mother really helped her to do and finish the task. And then also one of the one actually this is a group now, so one of the groups, so they did this kind of gratitude tree. There are so many kinds of trees. Actually, there is a kindness tree, and then there is also gratitude tree. Yeah. And then I even asked them to do this gratitude journal. This gratitude journal is what are the things that they are thankful for, and that's it now. So this is actually a thankful. I got it from the thankful journal, and this we can see how they felt while doing this task, and then also the best part about their day. And then also this three good things happened today. I got it from the book of Mark Hardansel now. So it's a nice gratitude journaling. Okay, so another thing is the development of theme narrative storybooks. And these three positive psychology intervention related storybooks topics. So grateful, compassion, and kindness. And these three storybooks were created now. So two of them were bilingual in the Japanese and English, and the other one was English only. So these two are actually the bilingual ones, and this one is the English only. So the journey of grateful whitey froggy and compassion and kindness, boosters of happiness, and the solitary sad elephant. Okay, and uh, result. So 3-week grateful journal, 97% of the students actually finished the task. And I was really happy when I found that 97% of the students really did their task, and then 3% did not. So this unfinished, meaning that they only wrote about 1 week, journaling. So only 3% of the students, meaning that very few students were not actually motivated of doing this kind of journaling thing. And then I read and sum up all the small messages of all the students, and there are many. Actually, there were many now, and these 3-week grateful journals and box in the jars, and then I put them in how many categories? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 categories. 2, 4, 6, 8 categories. So category of the family, friends, self-care, hobbies, sports, nature, school, and did something for others. And it's quite amazing now to know that students are more grateful about being with their friends, which is this now, to go out and play with their friends and spend time with their friends are actually 130 comments there. And then eat out with friends, and then chat and talking with the friends through internet or social media. And then last is the study hard with their friends with the 7 answers now. So 220 now, so with friends. And then another is, of course, this 142 answers is more on their own self-care. So meaning that they slept a lot, and then they went to spa or onsen, and then visit shrine, and pet care also is included in there. So more on the self-care. And then third in the list is hobbies. Again, this is for themselves now. So doing shopping, and then listen to music, watch movies or YouTube or something like that. And a bit, as a mother, I was actually sad when I learned that being grateful with the family is just only the fourth. I was actually, I was thinking that probably they are very grateful that they have their mother or parents or, family members that they are supporting them. However, but students are telling the truth anyway. So family is just only the fourth. So 56 students said that they are grateful about their family, and that the mother is cooking food for her now, and then playing with a brother or sister. So only 56. And then the rest is the nature now. So nature, so see the sunset and snow and have nice weather. So they started appreciating the good weather now. And then after that, the school, meaning that in here it's quite amazing because students felt relaxed after finishing the task given by them by their teachers now. So 30 students are grateful for that. It is not because they're grateful to their teachers, but because they finished the task in school. So it's different. And then only 6 students who actually said thank you. Thank you actually directly to me. So I consider that one. So that's the slide I showed a while ago. My name was there because only 6 students who actually showed their gratefulness to this kind of thing. Now, so
Merissa, we're
yeah,
coming up about 30 seconds.
30 seconds. It's my time. Oh my God. And then the gratitude questionnaire and yep. Okay. So students were actually slightly agree about I have so much in life to be thankful for. Now, so meaning that they are, in general, they're grateful for, I mean, slightly agree about their life now. And then here is the journey of Grateful Whitey. Froggy, I actually want to read a story and share this story with you, but since we don't have time, maybe next time I will join the COTESO conferences, and I will only reading now, so storybook reading. So okay, so I will oh, this
Actually,
is
what I would suggest is that there's definitely an overflow room within the Discord that the
uh-huh.
conversation that can continue. And
Okay.
I personally, I'm responsible for this room, and so I am okay with staying here and hanging out with you and listening. But I want to kind of do the cut it short. So if people want the okay to leave, you're more than welcome to leave. Throw your question into the chat box, or I'll just everybody give a round of applause to Merissa. And if you want to stay, you're welcome to stay and chat more. But also, if there's other things that you're like, I got to get going. That's why we have the times on the program. So.
Okay. Oh, could you please just give me one minute for the conclusion and recommendation? Yeah. So gratitude intervention in the classroom, in my classroom particularly, was very effective in motivating students to accept various challenges in language learning. And this one is my recommendation. Sharing what they are grateful for in English as a second language might be a barrier to students revealing deeply what is in their minds and heart. So in the future, allowing students to use both their first and second languages may be another potential avenue for solving the multicultural shortcomings of the current positive psychology interventions. Because I believe that other students actually wanted to share more, but I told them to write everything in English, so other students didn't actually write more. So that is the thing that I probably want to recommend in the near future. Okay, so thank you so much for that, and thank you for being with me.
Yeah, again, this recording is going to likely be archived and put into public spaces, and usually conversations, good questions always help the presenter as well as everybody involved. So if you have the time, Dr. Ocampo, I'm very happy to stick around for any question and answer sessions that want to happen. So
yeah.
Thank you for presenting. I was wondering, like, since I've been doing some research on fluency, like oral
Yeah.
fluency,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the really straightforward can be like just thanking each other and things like that. But how can you make this into like a lesson in terms of like oral? Because I know most of it that you did was written, right?
Yes,
Um,
written. Yeah.
so, have you ever thought about that or any idea?
Well, when it comes to fluency, so I ask them to read. Now, so you mean the fluency in speaking, right? Yes. Okay, so I asked them to read what they wrote. Yeah, and then share. So first, but each group have to share. They had to share what they wrote, and then read it, and then read. So that is the thing. Yeah, to improve the fluency. So both writing and then grammar also. I actually don't correct the students. I don't want to correct the grammar of the students when they do the writing now. So because if I will do that, then they will, restricted will have this kind of feeling of restriction. So I just let them make the mistakes. So mistake is accepted in my classroom. I don't uh, I mean, yeah, so it is not writing, so it's conversation. So after that, then just read, no, and then read it and share it with with the members of the group.
and I think it's in my experience, it's been if they have something that's personal, but also they're familiar with the text, and then if they have that card or they have something in front of them that they can reference and read back, then they're more likely to say it out loud instead of having to think off the top of their head. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Cool. Dr. Ocampo, have you had other professors, coworkers, colleagues that have also done some creative writing or writing similarly, or how is that? Are you kind of in one
In
group
my
doing?
university, I actually the only one doing this kind of writing, and I started this by, I mean, creating a bilingual storybook so that uh, not only the tertiary level students can learn both, but also from kindergarten, so they can also use this I mean the teaching materials that that we are doing. Yes, so this is actually, and since I'm not good at drawing, so I actually ask my students to help me draw.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
yeah, yes, and my kenkyuhi or kenkyuhi, what is that? My research fund is very limited, so okay, so I asked them to draw, and then I actually share my ideas, what kind of stories we are going to, and what is our topic, and something like that. Now, so it's a collaboration. So my idea and then the drawing illustrations are all the task of the students. Japanese students, they're really good at drawing. I'm very happy for that.
Great. We have a couple other people in the room still here. Stephen or
Yeah.
Yeah, can you hear me? I have my speaker plugged in. I'm not sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a question directly, but I have an interest in positive psychology, and I've never applied it to the classroom setting yet. But there was a paper published in CoTESOL quite recently in the last 1 or 2 years, where they studied gratitude writing and best self possibility, some practices from positive psychology. And the findings were, it really depended on the level of the student. So
Yeah.
the kind of upper intermediate and higher level writers,
Exactly.
they did have a positive effect from it, but the lower level language learners didn't. And I can kind of, that is expected, because when I write in Korean, I get stuck on grammar and vocabulary, and I don't really absorb what I'm writing. So I don't know if your students had that challenge, or if that influenced any of their well-being or results from the writings.
Yeah, you're right, Stephen. That's why I included that one in my recommendation, that letting the students to write in their L1
Mm.
is actually encouraged. So
Yeah,
it's not
but
only, yeah, we are teaching second language. However, so if we won't expect them to write exactly what they are inside their mind and heart if it is written in English, right? So I will allow in the future now students to write both in Japanese and in English.
yeah, yeah.
No,
So
that's a
that's
great process as far as teaching the writing process and how to go through draft after draft after draft. And now you start getting the words that you actually really want to use in either language, in the L1 or in the L2. And it's great.
Yeah, because if we have the pattern now, so English, when we teach second language, we actually teach the pattern. So let's say, I am grateful for blah, 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 blah. I am grateful for blah, 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 blah. So they will stay in this pattern, right? So I mean, limited. Their mind is very limited only in this pattern. Whereas if we will allow the students to write in their own L1, and then probably they will write more. And then, of course, for us teachers, maybe it's difficult to read the kanji or the Korean language, but we can ask somebody to help us, to assist us. What are these students, or I mean, what they wrote? Yeah. So I think that one is a nice idea, Stephen. Yeah. So in the near future or in the future, so we will probably, that's a nice idea to I mean consider.
yeah.
I'm curious also, Dr. Ocampo,
Yeah.
I take it you are not American,
Yeah.
Australian, or
I'm from
from
the Philippines.
Okay. How has that been as far as encouraging the students and them feeling a bit more like, I can, if Dr. Ocampo can do English, then I can do English too. Like, has that been a conversation that you've been able to have with some of your students?
Well, the first thing I do when I start my classes, the first day, the very beginning of the classes now. So I encourage them to consider that this class is their it's the extension of their family. So that is actually one of my approaches. I'm still developing that one, the FEMA, the Family Environment Mode approach, that we are one family in the classroom. Yeah. So always bear that one in your mind. So even if you make mistakes, then go on now. So if you have any problem, just call me. I am your teacher. I am your mother. I'm your sister in the classroom. And the person sitting next to you is your brother and then sister. And we are all one family. If I get angry with you, don't get mad at me because you are my children now. So with this in their mind, so this kind of motivation will be developed. Motivation that they are that even if they'll make mistakes, that is a part of their learning journey. Yeah.
Well, and it's like what Gerd, the keynote speaker, is mentioning as far as the reason why ELT teaching positions are secure for a long while is because it's about relationships and that human interaction. And so
the connectedness, now the relatedness is very important. And especially probably we have the same feeling in teaching, second language in the classroom. So it's really difficult now. So I mean, to get the heart, the trust of the students. So it's really hard now. So if the students won't get that one from you, then they will keep on complaining. So I don't understand. So in the end, the teacher is in the loser side, right?
Right.
Yeah. So,
one last question for me, and certainly Nehemiah and Stephen, feel free to continue the conversation, but you're in Fukushima, right?
Yes, I'm in Fukushima.
So there's the second earthquake just happened recently, right? And how are they responding? Fairly positive, or are people a little bit more concerned, or?
Very nice question, James. And that is one of the reasons why I pushed this gratitude intervention, because many of the students now in Fukushima, especially in my college, so they are actually like, not depressed, but depressed now. So they have all these anxieties now, anxious feeling about what is happening and what happened in the past. So so that particular student that I mentioned a while ago, that in the conclusion that I was informed actually that this student might go out anytime in the class because she has this kind of psychological problem. And I was aware of that now that some of my students have this psychological problem because of what happened in the past 10 years ago. So if you calculate this 10 years ago, so 10 years old, so they were 10 or 9 years old.
Yeah. It's similar to here in Korea a little bit, but I learned about the Sewol ferry and the accident that happened with the ferry and the high school students. And so even though most of our students, they were from that generation. And for me, it kind of all goes back to, the Columbine school shootings and some of the things that you make reference to as far as kind of always end up being a little skeptical about, just life and things. But Stephen and Nehemiah, I will step back and leave it open for maybe about another 5 or 10 more minutes. We do want to.
Yeah, I really want to share. I really want to share the storybook that we made. Maybe someday, when there is a conference again. Only I would like to have my booth, story reading booth. Yeah,
definitely.
Nehemiah,
do you have some specific questions again related to what's happening here?
I'm gonna bounce, but thank you so much. I think it's really
I'm very happy that you joined us, Mr. Park. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yes.
Okay.
Take care. Yes. See you around. Yes.
Yeah.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you.
Mhm.
Bye.